Rumble at the Rust Bucket. It was opening day at Rust Bucket Stadium. Cars of all makes, shapes, and sizes were driving into the stands. Mater drove into the stadium with his best friend, Lightning McQueen. "Welcome to my new stadium," said the tow truck. "Now you're not the only one with a fancy new place to play. We can do all kinds of stuff here." "Wow, this is amazing," said Lightning as he rolled to a stop. He looked around. "I've never been in a stadium like this before." "That's because this is the very first stadium that I ever owned and designed," Mater replied. The crowd began to cheer as Mater swung his tow hook in the air like a lasso. "Welcome, cars, trucks, and vans to Rust Bucket Stadium," he hollered, "where a truck can be a truck. Now it's time for some tire snagging." Mater grabbed the first tire with his hook. Suddenly an engine roared. Vroom! It grew louder and louder. "That sounds like Bubba," Mater said. Bubba was a big orange tow truck who made a racket wherever he went. He liked to bully smaller trucks into doing anything he wanted. He smiled as he pulled into the stadium with his friends Tater and Tater Jr. "Last time I saw him, he tried to take my hood," Mater whispered to Lightning, "but I outsmarted that big truck." "Mater," exclaimed Bubba, "I think it's time for us to find out who is the best tow truck around. I challenge you to a truck derby. The winner gets to keep the Rust Bucket." "You're on," Mater cried. "No tow truck is greater than Mater." "All right, Bubba," Lightning said. "If you beat Mater, you win the Rust Bucket. But if Mater wins, you can't come back to the stadium or to Radiator Springs. Deal?" "Deal," said Bubba. "If I lose, I'll never set one tire in Carburetor County ever again." Lightning," Mater said, "if I lose, can I stay in Radiator Springs? This is my home and—" "Mater," Lightning said with a smile, "of course you can stay in town, but try to beat Bubba so he leaves." Mater and Bubba agreed to compete in 3 events: tire snagging, cone dodging, and a one-lap race around a dirt track. Whoever won the most events would be the Rust Bucket champion. Lightning gave his friends some last-minute encouragement. "Remember, Mater, you're quicker than quick, and you're the world's best backward driver. Go and show Bubba what you're made of." "All right, buddy," Mater said. The 2 tow trucks faced each other, hood to hood. "We're going to need judges for this competition," said Bubba, "and my pals Tater and Tater Jr. will be perfect." "We get to be judges?" said Tater Jr. "That's terrific." "I can't wait to tell all my friends at the garage," Tater said. Lightning was worried about letting Bubba's friends be the judges, but Mater was sure he could win no matter what. "All right, boys, you've got the job," said Mater. "Go on up to the judges' stand so we can get this thing started." Tire snagging was the first event. Guido balanced a huge stack of tires on his lift and waited for the signal. "Let the tire snagging begin," shouted Tater Jr. Guido threw the tires into the air. Both tow trucks used their cables and hooks to snag as many tires as they could. Mater quickly snagged 4 tires, but Bubba was fast too. He hooked 4 as well. Bubba didn't want Mater to win. When he saw that they were tied, he used his hook to knock a tire away from Mater. The rest of the tires hit the ground and the event was over. The judges took a quick count. "Mater has 3 tires," said Tater Jr., "But Bubba has 4. Bubba wins." "But he cheated," Lightning yelled. He turned to the judges. "Didn't you see that?" Tater shook his head. "Sorry, we must have missed it," he said. Next up was cone dodging. Mater and Bubba slowly pulled up to the starting line. "You're going down," growled Bubba. "Doubt it," replied Mater. He looked out over the track where cones were set up for the trucks to drive around. Mater had raced around this track plenty of times. At the signal, Mater and Bubba took off. "Yee-haw!" yelled Mater as he edged ahead of Bubba. He weaved around the cones with ease. The big truck couldn't stay on the track. Bubba kept sliding when he tried to turn in the dust. The dust didn't bother Mater, though. When he slid, he just turned around and drove backward. He moved between the cones and didn't hit a single one. The crowd went wild when Mater crossed the finish line first. Bubba was still on the track, coughing up dust and surrounded by cones. "Mater wins," said Tater Jr. Mater and Bubba rolled up to the starting line for the last race. Bubba wasn't happy. He didn't like to lose. "You won that one, but you'll never beat me in an all-out race," said Bubba as he revved his engine. "May the best truck win," said Mater. "I will," Bubba yelled. The race started, and the trucks took off. Bubba used his powerful engine to pull ahead of Mater. Then he dropped his hook and cable to the ground and let it drag behind him. He really wanted to win this event. "Watch out, Mater!" yelled Lightning. Mater dodged the sharp hook swinging across the road in front of him. Suddenly, Bubba's hook got caught on a rock. Bubba was jerked back into the air where he flipped and landed on his side. "Ow! Help me!" he cried. Mater slammed on his brakes. "Hold on, Bubba. I'll get you back on your tires in a jiffy," he said. Mater swung his tow cable toward Bubba and latched it onto his roof. He pulled and pulled with all his might, but the big truck was too heavy for him to flip over. Then Mater had an idea. "Tater Jr., get over here," yelled Mater. "I need your help lifting Bubba." The 3 tow trucks used their hooks to pull Bubba off his side and set him back on all 4 tires. "Nice teamwork," said Lightning as the crowd cheered. Tater and Tater Jr. smiled. "Thanks," muttered Bubba. Then he quickly drove out of the stadium, embarrassed. "Well, I guess that makes you the winner," said Tater Jr. The crowd cheered for Mater, the Rust Bucket champion. Mr. Tow Mater," said Tater, "can you teach us a few of your tricks?" "Sure," replied Mater. Guido tossed some tires into the air. Mater coached the tow trucks until they got it. They soon found out it was harder than it looked.